everyone. Today we're sitting down with Miss Mildred Atkinson Council, an inspiring leader and passionate advocate for Greenville's future. As a candidate for mayor, Mildred brings years of experience and a deep commitment to our community and a vision for a stronger and more united Greenville. And the interesting thing that I've been hearing lately is this term of endearment, where everyone's calling you everybody's mayor. And what does that mean exactly?
No matter whether they voted for you or not, you will be everybody's mayor because you're concerned about the welfare of every single citizen.
What is your take on solving or reducing the housing shortage in Greenville, North Carolina?
Safe, stable housing is a basic human need. We all need that. And right now, many families in Greenville are struggling just to find a place, a safe place to live, whether it's rental or being able to buy a home. With the things that are happening across our country, it is not just here in Greenville, it's everywhere. So we, as a mayor, I will work relentlessly to expand affordable housing options and to ensure our growth includes everyone. And together, we can build a Greenville that's smarter, safer, and stronger for generations to come. I'll partner with developers, community leaders, nonprofit, faith-based, any type of long-term solution that we could come up with to make sure that everyone has a right to be in a home.
And I heard you mentioning about developers in Greenville and working with them closely to lower the cost of housing as well as provide job opportunities for people, right?
Yes.
So this question says, how would you improve Greenville's economy?
Greenville is a vibrant, growing city, but we must make sure opportunities reaches everyone. My plan focuses on investing in small businesses, attracting new industries, and supporting entrepreneurs so that more families can thrive right here at home. I'll work to bring in smart investments and create partnerships that will expand job opportunities while protecting our local workforce. When we strengthen our economy, we strengthen our community. And my goal in Greenville is to make sure that no one is left behind and every citizen shares in our success.
Absolutely. And so as far as infrastructure development goes, what are your plans for Greenville's infrastructure?
Plans for Greenville infrastructure. Greenville's growth depends on one critical foundation: strong infrastructure, safe roads, reliable utilities, and updated systems are what happens to keep our cities moving forward. As mayor, I'll prioritize repairing what's broken, modernizing our roads and facilities, and creating a long-term plan that anticipates future growth. We're going to continue to grow. Every family deserves safe streets. Businesses need dependable systems to thrive. And together, we can build a Greenville that's smarter, safer, and stronger for generations to come.
Oh, amazing. Well, the question says, what makes a healthy community?
Well, a healthy community for me means mental and physical wellness. And a true healthy community cares for the whole person, mind, body, and spirit. This means ensuring Greenville residents have access to quality health care, mental health support, and partnerships that will expand wellness resources, nutritious foods, safe spaces to live, work, and play. All those things matter. And our parks and recreational facility offers some of that. And I will want to make sure that our citizens, all citizens, know more about the wealth of recreational activities, resources that Greenville already have in place. Yes. But a lot of people have not heard about them. So we got to do a better job of advertising them and making sure people have access to using them. that is an issue that we're faced right now with. But we have plenty of recreation and parks facilities. And we have also received high ratings on being top-notch in recreationals in this country. Right.
So let's talk about food insecurities. How would you improve or reduce food insecurities in Greenville?
No child, no parent, or any neighbor in Greenville should ever have to worry about being hungry, because there's plenty of food as we speak in Greenville. The problem is many of us don't know where it is, and then those of us that know where it is, sometimes you don't have transportation to get there. I have personally worked to take people to homeless shelters, 4 and 5 for one family every month, just to have enough food to last them because they had no funds to buy the food. So one of my jobs as mayor would make sure that we get the word out, we utilize existing resources, and making sure that every single person that's hungry have a way to get some food to be able to live on. And hopefully, as time moves on, we can help that person maybe get a job if he or she is a person that can work, if it's a senior citizen that maybe their working days are not available anymore to them, that everybody can eat and have good, healthy foods, and also teach them how to grow some foods too.
Absolutely.
That's another thing that we haven't done a great job with, because I grew up on the farm, and I know that lots of things that we can do, even we live in a city, we can grow some food in pots in our home, we can grow it in our flower beds, our yards, and all of that to have more food to eat, and then we can share with our neighbors that don't have as much as we do. There is, at the moment, there is food deserts, of course, but there is plenty of food to go around. A lot of times people don't know where it is, so we can have some type of way of being more resourceful, sharing where the food banks are, sharing what facilities or agencies or faith-based groups that are giving out food that will help more people. And then another piece of it is that a lot of times we don't have access. We don't have transportation to get there. So it may be they might need to bring more food closer into communities that are struggling.
That's right. And the good thing about planting things is it's going to produce more seeds, and we can continue to plant it, so there's never a shortage, right?
Exactly.
So that's an excellent idea. And what can be done to reduce violent crime in Greenville?
Public safety is an issue in our city as we speak. We've been hearing in the past year so many violent crimes, people getting killed. Young people in particular is a serious concern of mine, because they are not being able to live a life like God planned for them to have. So public safety is a right for everyone. Greenville needs a strong, united approach to address this violence. I think part of it starts at home. We as parents have got to do a better job of working with our children. And as mayor, I would establish a comprehensive task force bringing together our families, our community leaders, our faith-based, law enforcement, schools, and others to help us address that problem. The young people are being killed. People don't know how to do conflict resolutions and all of that. So if our families would work with our children, pay attention, make sure they are engaged in positive activities, that will really be a way to save some kids and make sure they have something positive to do. And I always brag on 4-H. 4-H is a national organization all over these United States. Pitt County has great programs. Enroll your children, and these programs are free that will help keep kids learning life skills and being the best that they can be. That's the 4-H motto. But that's what we seek for, is making sure every child reaches his or her potential. And then if we do that with the young people, and then the older ones maybe would do better too. But I'm really more concerned about violence amongst our youth because they deserve to have a bright future. And if we work at it, then we can do better to have better outcome. Violence prevention is attainable. It's about prevention, education, teaching people how to resolve conflicts.
Absolutely.
And sometimes people get hurt because they haven't been taught how to resolve it without, using guns and those kinds of things. I'm just praying that we can do better with violence prevention. We must do that because if we don't, our future will be shattered.
That's right. The children are our future, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And I have one more question for you. Everyone's been talking about everything that's happening with our government currently, right? And one of the main things that I'm hearing is that right now is the time and a need for change. Why do you believe you are the woman for the job in Greenville?
Well, I have had experience working on the Greenville City Council. I spent 3 two-year terms as mayor pro tem under 3 different mayors in this city. I started in 1987 and ended my job in 2009. During that time, I also served as council member of Greenville. And so during those 22 total years, we worked hard to make sure our city got to where it is today. I see some of the results of our labor. Also, we can't only just learn from people here in Greenville. We got to travel. We met with the North Carolina League of Municipalities. I was very involved with that. I served as Women in Municipal Government president, also president of the North Carolina Municipal Black elected officials. Also, we worked at the National League of Cities level, serving on boards and committees. And when I went to those meetings at that time, I would always bring something home to this community, lobbying in Washington, D.C., lobbying in the North Carolina General Assembly. Now, time has changed. It doesn't work as easily as it did back then because we were a nonpartisan body, which we still are today. So we didn't get caught up into what party you belong to. We was caught up into what the needs of the city of Greenville was about. So things that we lobbied for was like things like the G.K. Butterfield Center. That took years to make that happen. We discussed it, we talked about it, but it was about improving transportation in our community. When the floods of 1999 came here, well, we built a whole new community to help those individuals that lost their homes during flood. And on top of that, we needed a convention center. My vote was the deciding factor in that. So many things occurred. A youth council. We did not have a youth council at that time. So some of those were just a few things that I worked on. And today they're still operational today. Neighborhoods like Nathaniel Village, that was part of Greenville's revitalization piece. At that time, West Greenville was really going down. So we had to revitalize it. So we helped people improve their homes. We also, those that didn't have home, we found a nice upscale rental places for them to live. And Nathaniel Village is one of those neighborhoods. And then across the river, when the flood came, we built a whole new neighborhood at that time. So those are some of just the few things that I worked on that still exist today that helped on some of the same issues we're faced with now. So we need to do more of some of that, as well as making sure that more jobs comes to Pitt County. And I think we need to work closer with our other governing boards. And we used to do that. The county commissions and city council used to meet on a regular basis. And we should include the Board of Education in a governing board because we're serving some of the same families.
Absolutely.
And if we can come together, everybody has their major role, but if we put our minds, our resources together, we can save more families. There would be less homelessness. There would be less crime and violence if we all shared what we could do to better Pitt County, North Carolina, Greenville, North Carolina, and Eastern North Carolina. And early voting does start on October 16th and ends on November 1. And election day is November the 4th.
Yes.
So we have plenty of time to get the vote out.
Yes.
And we challenge all our citizens, if you want to see a positive change, consider Mildred Atkinson Council during early voting and or election day. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for watching. You guys have a blessed day.